The Ultimate Desire. Moments of Light with Toro the Decoder. How often it happened, I don't know, and it will still happen. Any desire in regards worldly affairs will bind us to this mortal world. Some of them might manifest themselves, others stay lingering and waiting to manifest themselves in one way or another. Desire is action, and any action will have a reaction, which is the law in the creation. Maybe the desire manifests itself almost like we had imagined it, or in a complete different fashion. Maybe the manifestation of the desire shows up at a time we don't want it anymore. And maybe, or most likely, everything that manifests or is manifesting itself in our life right now is the reaction and reaping of the sowing of these desires. When we believe that there is a higher power, we don't need to ask for anything. Otherwise, we don't believe that this power is all-knowing. This power, and any name given to it, and for reference purpose only, is not playing Santa Claus or future or fortune teller. We are in this adventure, which we have created. And the such go good and bad is a result of our doing or desire, just to stick to this topic. Writing about all the laws of Creator, Universe and Nature, a source of information that came from within, and which is within everybody, made it very clear as we are constantly disrespecting, disregarding and breaking these laws in every department of our life. This brought me to the awareness to more and more learning to accept everything and everybody being a book with all these reactions and manifestations inside. This brought me to the conclusion, in conjunction, that the higher power doesn't interfere with our adventure, that any wish, want or desire is granted, but by our own mind itself. The mind that we identify with as the world of me and mine, and even take for real and forever, and that we have given so many names as Satan, the devil, evil, and go on, is about us asking the mind for things. The mind being an enormous shopping center and in which we can shop for worldly things is not the evil, but we ourselves that shop for things we don't need but desire, and of course the laws we break and have to pay the price for as well. Let us go to the next stage of the desire. Often, even before a desire is manifested, and many we have to work for very hard at the cost of so many other things, and when we have what we want, we seek to protect and control it in endless ways. Is not all advertisement getting us to this stage as well, being a reflection of the mind? We hear, read and see something that is repetitive being instilled in our mind and becomes a desire to have. Then we have to work for or borrow money and then do everything possible to control and protect it, and this ranges from our partner, children, job, home and possessions. In addition, when a desire manifests in any department of life, we connect that to being successful, smart, victorious, but all binding us to the mind and to this impermanent, short-lived adventure. And not to forget that all was already written. Only that what is written in our book of life will manifest, nothing more, nothing less, and all written by ourselves. Last but not least, nothing will never belong to us. These moments of light and awareness were great, but also very confrontational, and me hopefully staying awake and aware of this mortal game. To accomplish this, we find all the help in the spiritual guidance and teachings we may follow. But then another light went on in regards our spiritual path. The higher power plays a game with us as well, by reconnecting us, or better said, his soul inside us, to himself, and we as mortals become aware of something we couldn't reach or desire because of our mortal limitations. Once this spark is lit, it becomes another game in regards desire or desiring, which is the ultimate desire. To not desire anything anymore of this mortal illusion, but just to desire him. Everybody has or had these glimpses of something that is from beyond all worldly feelings, and then it becomes about our choices to keep going for the worldly or spiritual, for the short-lived or everlasting. Just as there is tremendous work to be done in any worldly achievement or manifesting of a desire, there is equal or even more work required to be done for the spiritual. When we desire to experience that ultimate desire voluntarily, it will be a life of working for it and protecting it, and much easier than taking the involuntary road and still trying to find that ultimate something in the world. The more we stay with his game, the stronger that something we as mortals are allowed to experience becomes, and only that will diminish the worldly desires, the desires of the mind, that which we have become. So the me and mine and the mind will have to go, and this will happen when only the ultimate desire is the only objective and purpose, which was the only real purpose of life to begin with.